Designed Scout Automobile. Welcome to a story that feels like a love letter written in metal, glass and motion, because today we're not just talking about a car, we're stepping into a reborn icon, the 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia, a name that once whispered elegance in the 1950s and 60s, and now returns in 2026 with a presence so confident doesn't need to shout, it simply arrives and the world pauses to look. Imagine this for a moment. You're standing on a quiet street just after sunrise, the air's still cool, and then you see it glide past, low, sculpted, graceful. You're standing on a quiet street just after sunrise, the air's still cool, and then you see it glide past, low, sculpted, graceful. The 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia, and instantly you understand that this is not a retro gimmick, not a copy-pasted nostalgia trick. This is a thoughtful resurrection, a modern soul wrapped in timeless beauty. Engineered for a generation that wants emotion as much as efficiency, the original Karmann Ghia was never about raw power, it was about style, pasted nostalgia trick. This is a thoughtful resurrection, did not so Westemda, about feeling special without trying too hard, and Volkswagen's designers clearly understood that legacy when shaping the 2026 model, because the first thing that hits you is the silhouette, long flowing lines, a coupe-like roofline that melts into the rear, and a stance that sits confidently low, without feeling aggressive. Its designers clearly understood that sits confidently low, without feeling aggressive. Its designers clearly understood, like it belongs in a slow-motion driving scene through coastal roads up front. The face is unmistakably Volkswagen, but softened and refined. Slim LED matrix headlights stretch outward like calm eyes, connected by a subtle luminous strip that glows gently at night. The VW badge sits proudly but not loudly, and the bumper design is clean, aerodynamic, almost minimal. Motion's distraction, aerodynamic, almost minimal, because the Karmann Ghia doesn't need sharp edges to look powerful. It uses proportion and balance to do the talking. Move to the side and the design really starts to sing. The doors are long and frameless, a clear nod to classic coupes. The shoulder line flows smoothly from front to rear without interruption, and the wheel arches are gently flared and flows smoothly from front to rear without interruption, housing beautifully designed aero wheels that look just as good standing still as they do spinning at highway speed. This is a car you admire from every angle, not just one at the rear. The 2026 Karmann Ghia finishes with confidence and grace. A full-width LED tail light bar curves slightly, echoing the front design, while the rear bumper remains clean and sculpted. No fake vents, no unnecessary drama, just a quiet confidence that feels mature and premium, something that makes you think, yes, this is exactly how it should look. Step inside and the transformation from classic to modern becomes even more impressive, because Volkswagen did 9 exonerate, then the transformation from classic to modern becomes even more impressive, because Volkswagen did 9 exonerate Brahma, the center and dike from desting it. When stepping, the transformation from classic to modern becomes even more impressive, because Volkswagen did 9 transformation from classic to modern becomes even impressive, because Volkswagen did 9 transformation, they reimagined it entirely, while keeping the spirit alive. The cabin feels airy, calm and driver-focused, with a low dashboard and wide windshield that gives you an open, almost panoramic feeling. Perfect for long drives. The materials immediately set the tone. Soft touch surfaces, sustainable leather alternatives, real brushed aluminum excess, recold leather 64. Soft touch surfaces, sustainable leather alternatives, real brushed aluminum excess, recolds, to the perfect for long drives. The materials immediately set the tone. Soft touch surfaces, sustainable leather alternatives, real brushed aluminum excess, into the imagined that tone. Perfect. And optional wood or recycled fabric trims that add warmth and personality. This isn't a cold tech heavy cockpit, it's a welcoming space designed to make you want to drive, not just commute in front of the driver. A fully digital cluster blends classic round gauge inspiration with modern clarity, customizing custom-made sets, and the graphics are smooth, elegant and easy on the eyes. No clutter, no confusion, just information when you need it at the center. A large floating touchscreen handles infotainment, navigation and vehicle settings, but thankfully Volkswagen kept physical touch sliders and buttons for climate and volume, because real drivers still appreciate tactile control. Wide CTPS. Real drivers still appreciate tactile control. What CTPS, which infotainment, navigation and vehicle settings, but thankfully Volkswagen kept physical touch sliders and buttons for climate and volume, because real drivers still appreciate what Sigen Precismo, elegant and verdikment. What CTPS would appreciate tactment. The system itself is fast, intuitive and deeply connected, with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, over-the-air updates, and an intelligent voice assistant that actually understands natural speech. Seats in the 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia are designed for comfort over hours, not just just minutes, supportive yet soft, with excellent bolstering that holds you gently during corners without feeling restrictive. Front seats offer heating, ventilation and memory functions, while the rear seats, though compact, designed are perfectly usable for short trips or extra storage. Ambient lighting flows subtly through the cabin, customizable in multiple colors, creating a relaxed atmosphere at night, and the optional panoramic glass roof floods the interior with light during the day, making every drive feel a little more special, a little more stolen into a trepanner. Because the 2026 Karmann Ghia isn't just about looks, it's built on Volkswagen's latest modular platform, optimized for electrification, balance and efficiency, and that means you get a range of powertrain options designed to fit different lifestyles. The headline option is the fully electric Karmann Ghia EV, powered by a dual-motor setup in higher trims, is the fully electric Karmann Ghia EV. Powered by a dual-motor setup in higher trims, is the fully electric Karmann Ghia EV. Powered by a dual-motor setup in higher trims, cord in full, then 1.4 electric cord in full, is the fully electric Karmann Ghia EV, delivering instant torque, smooth acceleration and a driving experience that feels effortless and refined. 0 to 100 km/h happens quickly but without drama. Because this car isn't trying to impress with numbers, it's impressing with how it feels. The electric version offers an estimated range of around 500 kilometers on a full charge. It's impressing with how it feels. The electric version offers an estimated range of around 500 kilometers on a full charge. It's impressing with how it feels. The electric version offers an estimated range of around 500 kilometers on a full charge. But cars in Soka, 100 fans, on full charge around 500 kilometers, depending on configuration and driving style, making it perfectly practical for daily use and long trips alike. Fast charging capability allows you to recharge up to 80% in around 30 minutes, ideal for coffee breaks rather than long waits. For markets and buyers who still prefer combustion or hybrid power. Volkswagen Volkos for combustion or hybrid power. Volkswagen Volkos for combustion or hybrid power. Volkos for cost 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 for combustion or hybrid, combining a turbocharged petrol engine with an electric motor, delivering excellent fuel efficiency while still providing strong performance when needed. It's the best of both worlds: quiet electric driving in the city and extended range for highways on the road. The 2026 Karmann Ghia feels exactly how you'd hope: balanced, smooth and composed. The suspension is tuned for comfort first but never feels floaty, absorbing road imperfections with ease while keeping the body stable during cornering. Steering is light but precise, perfect for relaxed cruising and comfort enough for spirited drives. Wind and road noise are kept to a minimum, especially in the electric version, where the quiet drivetrain allows you to truly enjoy the ride, whether that means listening to music through the premium sound system or simply enjoying the silence. Speaking of sound, the optional premium audio system transforms the cabin into a concert and deep bass that doesn't overpower. It's the kind of system that makes you want to take the long way home just to finish your favorite track. Safety is, as expected, a major focus. The 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia comes loaded with advanced driver assistance systems, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot. Karmann Ghia comes loaded with advanced driver assistance systems, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitor, automatic emergency braking, a loss and custom finish. Karmann Ghia comes loaded with advanced driver assistance systems, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitor, automatic emergency braking, traffic sign recognition, and an intelligent parking system that can handle tight spaces with ease. These systems work quietly in the background, enhancing confidence without taking over the driving experience. What truly sets the Karmann Ghia apart in 2026 is its character. In a world filled with aggressive SUVs and overstyled sports cars, this vehicle chooses elegance, emotion, and balance. It's not trying to be the fastest, the loudest, or the most extreme. It's trying to be memorable, and it succeeds. This is a car for people who appreciate design, who enjoy driving, who want something different without being impractical. It's for someone who values history but lives firmly in the present, someone who understands that true style doesn't age, it evolves. The 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia is not just a revival, it's a statement, a reminder that cars can still have soul, that they can make you feel something beyond transportation. Every curve, every detail, every decision feels intentional, respectful of the past, and confident about the future. When you drive it, you don't feel like you're chasing trends, you feel like you've chosen something timeless, something personal, something that reflects taste rather than high percent of continent, something personal, respect, and that's rare today. So as the sun sets and the LED lights softly illuminate the road ahead, the Karmann Ghia glides forward. Quiet, elegant, composed, carrying decades of history into a future that suddenly feels a lot more beautiful, and that's what makes the 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia truly special. Not just a car, but an experience. A feeling was a sunsets and the LED lights. Why die deal was a feel because it is suddenly feels a lot more beautiful, and that's what makes the 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia truly special. Why die just a car but 9 covered 2 sure of Lijari show, our feel. And so feel. A story reborn for a new era.